Shalom, shalom. Okay. Shalom to those that are going to be watching this live later. Shalom to those that's actually about to hop into the live. Make sure the sound is clear. Shalom, shalom. Make sure the sound is clear. Shalom, shalom. The sound is clear. So first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. Lord willing that they continue to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the hopeful elect. A mighty shalom to the hopeful elect, whoever that may be. Lord willing that you continue to endure and be sincere in the same spirit and in sound doctrine. Shalom to the Akwathiyam, believers of this faith and this truth. Lord willing you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. See the title of this lesson. Uh, he is coming with great wrath. Move in haste. Being hasty as in decisions, in actions, and in the spirit. Be hasty in decisions, actions, and in the spirit. Because he's going to come with great wrath. Even more because of the time that we're in. I know a lot of us is comfortable. A lot of us are relaxed. You know, um, you want to be prepared for when this comes. This is why the Lord sends out the prophets. Now, I want to bring out this first because remember yesterday we brought out Acts the 17th chapter. We're going to do it again. This is like a part two, but not a part two. But we're going to go through the scriptures on hasting. You know, so this is Acts. This world is not about to give you a great ending. So I don't know what the hell any man, any woman thought what the hell was going on, even for our children, man. Right? And I know the Lord is dealing with the men and he's dealing with the women through the men, right? Because it's really about the men. But if you are an Israelite and you believe, right, you should be showing forth that you believe. What is your conversation like? Right? How do you move? I know our kids are gonna be kids, like Yeremiah always say, getting correction from the brother, because I know me, how my mind is. And you gotta know the state of your children, you gotta know the state of the women. They're gonna slip, gonna make mistakes. And I can say I'm a perfectionist, but I'm not. It's just when something is wrong, something happened, I got to get on it. And I do be looking angry. I'm not about to punch. I'm not about to do none of that. I got to speak. Before I was on hush hush, but I got to speak now. So for me, if I know I have a family, my whole family have to show that they believe in the Lord, that they're making haste. That what is your conversation like? You know, because we have to have the thought, like me and Yamayan was saying, you don't think Jake don't think the nukes is coming, right? This is scary, man. You know, this is Acts 17, verse 10 and 11. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those of Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. Now, for the black Latinos and natives, uh, it's very important that you have a readiness mind to see what the heck brothers is bringing out in the scriptures. What's the topic about? And is the scriptures going to line up, right? Or whatever he's saying, is it going to line up when he brings it out in the scriptures, right? And then you want to do your due diligence to search the scriptures daily to see if it was so. What is this man teaching me? This is going to happen. That's going to happen, right? If y'all not looking at what's going on in politics, Donald Duck, overseas, tariffs, money, right? Things is about to change. Nothing never stayed the same. Even as ChatGPT, is it a sure chance that the world might go digital? And it said yes. It even promotes and says that World Economic Forum wants the whole world to be digital. And then I even asked at a point in time, um, was America or the whole world, was people buying more digital when the Seabiscuit came? People were buying more online than physical. You have to have the mindset that your kingdom, that everybody want to say this is my kingdom, is going to take a very big change, right? So again, you want to search the scriptures daily to see if it was so. You want to make sure somebody is not teaching you bullshit, or somebody is not leading you in a damn hole, in a ditch somewhere, right? You want the truth. I mean, if you are a believer, right? So now the main point of this lesson, dealing with Revelations, the 12th chapter, this whole from verse 1 down is dealing with Rome, right? But then you have verse 7 verse 7 down to 12, which really is going into Michael and the angels is fighting with the dragon, right? It's a war in heaven, and people get that misconstrued, thinking that that's talking about where the heavenly Father is. No, you're you have no understanding. This is talking about the war in this heaven on earth. Everything in the heavens where the Father is in order, but the war with the devil is on earth, because he's the prince of this earth. And on the left hand side of the Father, and in the physical, which the physical attribute would be Esau, right? So verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Right? This is the spiritual attribute, which is Satan, and the physical, because who's physically running the world? Job 9, uh, Job 9 and 24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. When we lined up who is the wicked stems for who is the borderline of wicked, and it stems for, it's three type of men on the earth, right? Three type of men, right? Men can even go to men's, like multiple men or one man, but it's three type of men: the sons of God, the sons of the wicked, and the sons of men. The sons of men are the other nations. The sons of the wicked is Esau, and the sons of God is the Israelites. I live in America. I'm not American. I live in America. It's where I reside. You can say I am of this country, right? But when we really get deep into it, I am not American, right? If we was to get technical, right? So the devil has a short time. So while Jake is lollygagging like a loose goose, they don't know that secretly their enemy is plotting on a plan. And they've been doing this ever since they got in power in the Greek captivity, the Roman captivity, and this American captivity. They always take counsel within themselves. You know, going back to me looking up do the elites watch the Hebrew Israelites? The elites watch all extremists, anybody that's going against their system. But from what I've seen, ChatGPT and other research say that they watch the Hebrew Israelites way more, because America is somewhat a Christian state, but they'll push that anybody can believe in whatever they want, and half the time they don't follow what's in the Bible. That's just a front. But even the elites and those that run the world, they know that this is a dangerous book. Why in captivity they tell you don't read and write? Because soon as you become a learning nigga, you are a problem. And now Jake are becoming learning niggas. We ain't niggas no more, you know? So now that we know that he's coming with great wrath and he has a short time, how should we be moving? Because if he's hasting in his time, right? He's hasting in his time. What should we be doing? We should be hasting. Let's look up the word haste on this side, right? Let's go. Wait, Salaki, gotta keep that. Let's go to the etymology.com. Let's look up the word haste. Haste is a noun. It means hurry, haste, accelerate, swiftness, speed, need for quick action, urgency, hastiness, violence. In the French, it means violence. So, hurrying, accelerate, swiftness, speed, need for action, need for quick action. So even the devil is hasting in his wicked devices, the things that he is thinking to bring to pass. We see in Corinthians, we're not ignorant to the wicked, or really we're not ignorant to Satan devices. On the left hand side, the angels on the left hand side is working with Esau to make these devices. Wait. What do you mean by that? Let's actually get it, because the Lord established all of this before that the heavens and the earth, right? Before He made the earth and the heavens, the spirits was created. Everybody had a role, everybody had a position, and guess what? They're all pushing forth those positions. Ooh, we gonna get that one too. Um, I want to get this one first. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 33, and I want to go straight to the point, verse 14. It says, good is set against evil, life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another, right? So even in the spiritual aspect, you have the left side against the right hand side in righteousness. Don't think, oh, because the right hand and the left hand of the Lord, they're against each other, they're fighting in heaven. No, really, the left hand side of the Father is actually in righteousness, because they're obedient, being sinisters on the left hand side for man, because under the sun is wickedness, under the sun is judgment. So the angels work out the sinister side of the Lord in the earth, not in the heavens. They're all wearing white robes, and then the righteous is working all righteousness in the earth on behalf of the elect, on behalf of the elect, because that consumes the righteous in the world. The wicked is more wicked in the earth than righteous, by a mile shot, because you got 2/3 of the Israelites dying that are wicked, and then you got Esau and the other nations, which consumes. You got, it's 18 nations on the earth, so you have 2/3 of the Israelites. You got Edomites, and you got the other nations, which consume all 18 nations, and only a remnant of the Israelites, the elect, are righteous, and they're even getting tempted by the spiritual attribute on the left hand side, because this shit is not easy, man. Right? Yahweh Shai said in Luke the ninth chapter, yo, Peter, Satan wants to sift you out, but I pray for you. Right? If Peter was the rock of the church and he denied Yahweh Shai and came back stronger in the faith, That mean even him being righteous, he's being tempted. Yahweh Shai. Well, Luke the fourth chapter, Matthew the fourth chapter, the Satan, the devil was tempting Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai was an obedient man, a servant of Yahweh, man. So the more you grow in this faith, the more you exceed, the more you're sure, the more you determine, the more you have a delight, the more you a damn target, man. First talking to you men, and how much more you sisters. If you say, even if you single and you learn it under the feet of men, you are a target. Now if you women that are married, women, wives, if you are under a man of the Lord, you are a target, especially because you're a weak vessel. What happened to Adam? That serpent bothered was speaking to Eve, not Adam, because she's a weakling, right? And I'm saying it in a respectful way. Trying to. She's weak. He knew what he was doing. Hold on, let me see something. Right, here we go. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle. He was wise, right? Than any beast of the field which Yahweh power have made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, have the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden, right? This serpent is a man. Just like when you say this person stabbed me in the back, this is a man. And it could be synonymous with nations because it was other people in the midst of around in the garden. When we look at trees, where it says the trees envy Adam, right? Because Adam, the Lord was dealing with. The Lord put the spirit in Adam, that breath of life. So the other nations, the other people at that time was envious of Adam, right? Because this earth was made for that chosen bloodline to rule the earth. And that even goes that you elect or you chosen bloodline, you're known. The left hand spirits, those that are not of the righteous, they know who the hell the Lord is dealing with, right? Just like when we go deal with Paul, when that woman was following him, or when we look at the children of Sakiva, when they was doing exorcism, the spirit said, Yahweh I know, Paul I know, but who are you? The spirits on the left hand of the Yahweh and the right hand of Yahweh knows who belongs to him. Verse 2, it says, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden, the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Right? Because Adam and Eve was only given righteousness, right? They didn't know wickedness, right? And the serpent said unto her, women, ye shall not surely die. That was the lie. For the Most High doeth, for the Most High doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So first Adam and Eve, they only knew good because the breath of life was given unto Adam. And so in the Adamites, he had the breath of life. But now when she is getting this wisdom, this forbidden fruit, this forbidden knowledge, now she's understanding evil, wickedness, iniquities. And then she go give it to Adam. Now they know good and bad. That's why when we get the kingdom, when Yahweh Shai come, we're going to cherish being in righteousness, that we're never going to do sin again. Look what sin got us, man. This is not fucking living, man. Jeremiah said a good point, and I did like a quick exhortation. Um, we don't know what freedom is. We don't even know what freedom look like. Jake don't know what rulership is. Jake don't know what peace is. Half the time you don't even got peace in your house. Oh, yeah, you do. Man, go in your house with all your kids in there. They're gonna be jumping around. If it was peace, all them kids would know daddy is sleeping. We have to be quiet, and every kid would be obedient and chilling. No, it's no peace really on this side, right? You either dealing with pain, back hurting, but you gotta work. You gotta pay a bill. You think, okay, you got $400 now. You got $800. You got 1,000. But as soon as the bill paid, boom, boom, boom. Now you only got 50, $25 in your pocket. You know, Jake, damn near all the time we mostly broke. You know, oh man, like somebody that's in the world. Oh man, you just want to be broke, man. I'm gonna get my money. Shoot, I'm gonna get my money too. But I'm not about to go to the ends of the earth for money. I'm about to go to the ends of the earth for Yahweh Bashim Shai, because I want to get the hell up out of here. Well, even if I had $50,000, who to say I'm gonna spend all of that? And then out of nowhere, they bring this MOTV. Oh, I can give you double if you know. No, man. I'm good where I'm at. The bills is paid. Everybody can eat food. Hey, whatever I got in my pocket, even if it's not even enough, but I can still go get me a sandwich. We in good case right now, you know? But at the end of the day, the serpent beguiled, lied to Eve, saying that you won't die. Guess what? We were supposed to be immortal. So look at us now when we're in this beast, this kingdom, right? They have a short time, so they're moving in haste. So we're in a battle, what we read in Sirach 33, in the spiritual and in the physical. Oh no, bro, that don't make sense. Ephesians 6 and 12. We wrestle not against blood and flesh, but against principalities and high places. In the Geneva, it would even go and say even in governments, right? The government, the bankers, no, that's that physical that we're battling. We're in a physical system right now. We're in a prophecy of the little horn ruling the earth, intertwined with NATO and EU. Right? Let me get Sirach 39 just to show that these spirits on the left hand side is doing things to appease him that made them. This is Sirach 39, uh, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right? So these spirits that's created for vengeance, they're doing things to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right? It's this was all in Yahweh's mind. This was all Yahweh's blueprint. But who made all things? Yahweh Shai. Right? And Yahweh Shai is the top guy outside of Yahweh. He has the top rank. So Yahweh Shai made these spirits for vengeance, and it pleased Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Verse 29. Fire is the form of vengeance, because the spirits, those angels can just do anything. They can say anything, like Revelation 7. The angels is holding back the four winds that's going to hit this world just for the elect to get sealed. Before the elect get sealed, right? I'm just saying the angels is holding back the four winds. When they're sealed, when the 144,000, but the elect as a whole, when they're sealed, they're gonna let it go, right? But through time and time, because the four winds is really talking about that destruction, getting hit on both sides, you know. So it says fire is one of those vengeance, hail, famine, and death. All these were created for vengeance. And it's the spirits on the left hand side that's getting it done, while the right hand side is handling the righteous matters of the elect. You know, it says teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. Right? And the Lord set this all up, man. The Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, set this up. Right? Let me read verse 33. It says, and all the works of Yahweh Bashim Shai are good. Right? The storms, the floods, the fires, right? Oh man, where was the Lord at when this plane fell? Yeah, guess what? He was up on his throne watching it and allowing it to happen. And guess what? When it's a high level of death or any death, anybody going into the spirit world, that was Yahweh's doing. Nobody can go into the spirit world unless the Lord gave the sanction. chastisement, right? It could be a Jake that was bumping against the men of the Lord, and probably none of us even know. Guess what? They get afflicted. Just like this dude on YouTube now that was saying he was in the New Testament. Now this man all high on YouTube saying he God, he the most high. And this is the same man that was debating Gorilla Hebrew in them, man. This is before it was known that he was the Mr. the Pegasus, right? Debating them that he was in, and these brothers was in GMS, and as soon as they left, they became bug outs, right? If you got the spirit of the Lord, you're gonna still and still labor, and you're gonna still teach sound doctrine. I've seen brothers that do it, right? But if the Lord moving you around and now you ain't saying the name of the Lord, now you saying you the most high, right? You was never in this thing. You was just a pawn in the Lord's system just for a moment, right? So again, all the works of Yahweh are good. So when the Lord takes somebody out this truth, that was good work. Good job, man. What do the boss say, man? You did good job this week, man. The Lord is doing good work. The three holy children, what the Lord did to us was righteous and just because we sinned, you know. To keep going, it says, and he will give every needful thing in due season. Right now, this is the season for us to cry out to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Like in Judges, every time we got oppressed, we would call on the Lord. The Lord would send a deliverer, and he will raise us out of their hands. Yahweh is about to send Yahweh Shai. Right now, I gotta get this, man. What is it? Ecclesiastes, the third chapter, right? Verse 1, it says, in everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So we're in a time to exalt and manifest the name of the Heavenly Father. How you come from the Christianity mindset and teaching, and now you come in the truth and you still pushing Jesus. You ain't come out of it then. Oh no, everybody don't know the name. You have a respect of persons. This is not about building a nation. This is about being different, being of the elect, being holy, being set apart. Say his dang name, right? Say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. This is the season to manifest the name. This is the season to prophesy, right? This is the season to shake the hand. Ezekiel 35, man. Being the example of Jonah. This is the time of feeding, like Peter, feeding the elect, right? Verse 2, it says, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up, right? We're in a time of planting those seeds in the spirit. Paul, what did he say? He planted seed, Apollo, he water, but Yahweh, he makes it grow. He gives the increase. So we're planting the seed, and Yahweh is plucking up through the spirit. It says a time to kill, a time to heal, and the Lord is putting a lot of people in the spirit. Now, we ain't gonna be physically putting nobody to death until the Lord gives the say so when that time comes. A time to heal, right? And I'm not gonna lie, brothers gonna get that spiritual power where we're gonna be healing certain brothers and sisters. Hey, you might take in another woman, and when things is harsh, right? And she might be having an ankle pain or a scar, and you might be healing, and it's not really just not only just healing, that's going to increase her faith that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is real. Yes, it's going to be known that, hey, you are a man of the Lord, but it's going to increase the name and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. A time to break down, a time to build up. We're in the time to build up, right? The time to break down, right? The Lord did times of breaking down, but he's about to get into breaking down Babylon. And he's slowly doing that now, but it's a time of building, right? Because the Lord is rebuilding the tabernacles of David through the Spirit. A time to weep, a time to laugh, right? We're going to be Psalms 126, verse 1 and 2, laughing when we get in the chariot. It's not the time of laughing. Yes, we as human, you are going to laugh at a movie, but this is not the time of laughing. A time to mourn, a time to dance, right? A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. We know in what is it, First Peter's 2 and 5, we are lively stones. We're gathering the lively stones of the spiritual house. right? A time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, a time to lose, which a lot of us is losing family members. Guess what? It was time for you to lose that person. Maybe it was hindering your faith. Maybe it was hindering your pivot, right? To hey, when somebody go in the spirit world, it was their time. The Lord had to call them. It's time, right? Jeremiah 16, starting from verse 1 down to 4 or down to 6. You know, we in captivity. It's no need for us to be mourning, man, for like crying over any, oh, we lost him. But yes, we are human. That shows we are human. Even though we understand the Lord saying this, your auntie, your favorite auntie, oh, my auntie, you're gonna start crying, man. But truly, the more you grow in the spirit, you start to understand, man. Guess what? Your family is better with Yahweh than on this earth, man. And Lord willing, the Lord have mercy on them too, if they not, the elect. A time to get, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rid, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, a time of peace. And right now, we're in the aspect of war, right? You see physical rumors of war, right? Because the third woe is coming, and we're already in a spiritual war. So technically, we're always in war mode, right? Because we're in a spiritual war right now, you know, and we seen it in Sirach, the 33rd chapter, verse 14. Good is against evil. You are in a battle, if you know it or not, in the spirit or in the physical. You are in a battle. This is a battle royale. You know, Lord willing, you on the right side, right? I want to get something real quick. I want to get Proverbs 9 and 12 real quick. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 12. It says, if thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. But if thou wait, is this the one? No, Salaki family. That's the wrong one. It's Proverbs 19 and 2. Salaki for that. Don't write that one down, okay? This is Proverbs 19 and 2. Also, that the soul be without knowledge, it is not good. He that hasteth with his feet sinneth, right? Moving without understanding leads to sin, right? Moving without understanding leads to sin. It says that the soul be out be without knowledge. It is not good, right? It's not good to have wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Why is that, right? Especially for the Black, Latinos, and natives. A lot of y'all that think that this is some shabba dabba ding dong. A lot of y'all that think this is a joke. This is Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 6, a verse that I'm always bringing up. It says, for though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be regarded, he shall be nothing regarded. Right? So without Yahweh Bashem Yahweh's wisdom, which the wisdom of Yahweh is not of this world, it's heavenly wisdom. Without that wisdom, you are nothing. That's why without understanding, that's not good, man. Your mother, your father, if they don't got this wisdom, not understanding, that's not good, man. Why am I feeling bad for people of the world? We see Paul had a mission to teach those that believe. You know, of course we want other Israelites to believe. Of course. That's why Paul said his heart desire that all Israel shall be saved. But then when you really understand, only the elect gonna get it. So who cares about the 2/3? Those that's not gonna get it, those that scoffing, those that's making fun of you, you lost friendships because your man or your girl was moving a certain way or your family acting. Guess what? Who cares? You know, like the apostles back then, the Lord said, when they go teach the word wherever city they go, if they're accepted or if they're not accepted, when they leave, they're going to leave those people to their fate. So if you're not accepting this truth, you're going to be left to your fate. Who cares, man? This truth is only for the elect, those that are sincere, those that have a desire, those that's like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, man, I want to please the Lord. Oh, I can't believe I did this. That truth is for you, man. For you brothers and you sisters. Yo, it's some children like This one brother did a lesson, and it was his son, and he was talking about a dream. This little boy was speaking in Hebrew, saying more words than I can say, you know, speaking in Hebrew. It was like, man, that dream, I wanted to go back to it, man. I seen, man, Yahweh Bashim outside of powers, how excited this child was, ready to tell their parents, right? Then you got, I don't know if he probably doing it again, but Cud Yahweh done, he was doing his videos. The father was saying, yo, a lot of times you see us do videos, my son be saying, man, we got to go out and teach. That little moment, like, that's those kids, if especially if Yahweh Cud Yahweh is still doing it, those are ancient spirits, man. When your child is asking about things of the Lord, your kids about a date, this going here, and this your kids ask more about other things of this world more than they ask questions about the Lord. And then even if they do, as soon as you answer, they go about and then they don't even harping over it. Like, but we know because they're kids. And because of this captivity, this wicked individual, Esau, really drained us. But it was all Yahweh's doing, man. Truly, we don't even deserve this, man. It's a privilege that you even in this. Your kids, even if like they your kids, they love you and they say the name of the Lord, but they ain't, showing too much of the faith. Guess what? It's the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shai that you even had them. It's the mercy of the Lord that they even in this thing. Bet you if shit was the not shit was to hit the fan, say if it was a crazy situation going on, you like, hey, yo, look, kids, y'all gotta go with y'all auntie, and she not in the truth. Through the spirit, your kids is not gonna want to go, man. Yo, look, I'll go with you. I'll be with you. I mean, most cases the kids not going to probably want to because they might not be able to eat or this. But really, when you really think about it, even when all hell break loose, right? The kids gonna want to be with you. Like I had examples where I seen, examples that I seen, it was a difference in the house, and the kids were like, yo, you go there. No, I don't know what to do because I don't want to be away from the truth. Like you kid, like when time hit the fan, a lot of these kids is gonna grow even harder in the desire of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, that's why the man is the main example of this ministry because of the desire, the like this is not about me. I'm just using this because I got this example, right? And it's other brothers that do it too, right? His brothers that's trucking, his brothers doing 14-hour shifts, 16-hour shifts, like me and the brother Yarmayan, the head of the camp, doing 12-hour shifts. Zion, he doing security, all types of nights. And brothers get out of work and then think about doing a lesson, meditating all night on a lesson. Or like I'm really tired, I'm really dozing off at work before I came where I was at, I was up, I had my mind in my zone. Of course, I was scrolling, looking at TikTok, and then I just doze off 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I snap back in it. And then I'm still tired, but, had to call onto the Lord, give me the strength and ability. And I'm doing a lesson and been up from 8 a.m., from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., and it's 12 p.m. right now. What is drawing that? It's the desire, it's the hunger, that goes into the hasty, being hasty in decision, in action, in the spirit. And who is giving the men of the Lord the spirit to have a desire for this? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? He is giving men the desire to go harder for this thing, right? You know, that's why women should really be looking at the men of the Lord, right? What is said about Mary and Martha? Mary was learning, hearing the word at the feet of Yahweh Shai. She didn't give no damn about the washing the dishes and cleaning, all that other stuff. That's the example for a lot of women, even though you should be cleaning your house. But what if you did that for yourself on your own time? The word is coming and you cleaning, you like, man, F these dishes. Man, I got to hear about my salvation. I got to hear something about the Lord. I got to focus. Even if the kids running around, you not, the house might be a mess, but you like, if this lesson's still going, I'm watching it. I'm going to put everything on pause. Guess what? You should be thinking about Mary and Martha because it was probably cleaning that had to be done because Martha was like, yeah, how was I tell her to come help me, man? She put her duties on side to hear the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because this is more important. Go back to Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 6. Without thy wisdom, Proverbs 9 and 2, without understanding, Well, I mean, without understanding, it's not good. Without the wisdom of the Lord, you are regarded as nothing. You are nothing regarded. You are nothing. Right? This is heavenly wisdom. Don't you want that? This is coming from the heavens. Right? Let's go to Sirach 2 and 2. So sorry, y'all. I'm just excited. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse. I'll start at 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Shem Shai, prepare thy soul for temptation. He's giving you the warning. When you come to serve Yahweh Shem Shai, prepare for temptation. Don't prepare for a good time for comfortability. When you serving the Lord and you being true, you're going to be attacked. Azariah, Hananiah, and Mishael, they was really serving the Lord. Did they not get attacked? Yo, why you ain't bowing down to the look? Our Lord is going to deliver us, and even if He don't, we still not going to bow down. They came, they knew that they might have to go through trials. Daniel going into the lion's den twice. I'll do whatever. You know what? I won't bow down to the Lord anymore. I don't want to go in there. That's all the lions. No, you gotta. That why you think those things was written for our learning, for our faith, for our commitment to know that this is bigger than us. If you give up, guess what? Somebody in your household might give up. Another believer might give up. You know what? He gave up. He was strong in it, or somebody that seen you doing this work for Yahweh Shemal Shai, see how quick you gave up. They're gonna scorn at you like, man, this man wasn't even in the truth. I don't want to be a video of Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar. I don't want to be a video of Yaramayan, Sam. I don't even want to be a video of Zion, the brother from Mississippi, right? The brothers GMS Rochester. I don't want to be a video of the elder in South Carolina. I don't even want to be a video of Elder Yashawamba. I do not want to be a video. Maybe a correction, hey, yo, brother, yo, da, 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 or he hit me in the comment section. No, bro, you said this, or they did a lay me back on something that I said and fixed it. But a video of me bugging out and going off, hell no, I don't want to be that. Prepare yourself for temptation from the left, from the right, front to back. This is left trigger square square. This is a combination. The left side was set up to make you fumble the bag, man. And if you are the elect, you will never fumble the bag. Verse 2, it says, set up thy heart, your mind aright, constantly adore, and make not haste in the time of trouble. We're entering in that wrath. It's some speed bumps in this day. Some Jake, even though things is just like cruise control, Jake want to leave this truth because of finance, child support, or they woman not acting right. They leave this woman, and then now they get another one. I'm about to come back to the truth. She don't get right. Now I'm just single. I'm enjoying my bachelor life, and then you might leave again. You got Jake. Oh, I gotta figure out my life first. You know what? Oh, I'm getting my own house, so I'm gonna come back doing the work, but I gotta get things in order. Show me the verse where we gotta get things in order for the Lord, right? You know what? Let's go into the gospel. Let's see what Yahweh Shai is talking about, man. Right? Where is that? I know what the scriptures know what I want. This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 18. Yahweh Shai walked by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon called Peter and Andrew, the brother casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he saith unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their nets and followed him. And going on from hence, he saw other two brethren, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, in the ship with Zebedee their father, mending their nets. And he called them, and they immediately left their ship and their father and followed him. Right? You got the other ones that probably it was a job selling fish, and you got the other ones that's collecting fish with their father. They left all of that, man. Shalom to the brother Mashak, Yahweh Mashai Brakatah. Shalom Yahweh Mashai Brakatah. Right? They left it on scene. Right? So when you come in this thing, stop making freaking excuses, man. Like the brother was telling me last night, I love hearing about old stories on how brothers got in the truth. And when he was listening to HOI and listening to these camps, he said, man, I even heard GMS but they was too harsh. They was getting on people. This one they was real hard. He said I couldn't hear it, man, and he was getting offended. He stopped watching them. But look at us now. We under Great Millstone. I labor with the elder. I call him an elder because he been in this thing for a minute. I don't, out of respect, I don't know if the brother want to be called that, but the brother Zion, he been in this thing for 10 plus years, man. Right? 10 plus years having experience. And now I'm laboring with these brothers, man, under the same understanding. You know, when the Lord call you, he call you. Ain't no damn excuses, man. Ain't no excuses. Brothers making excuses because of money not right. Go get another job. Still do the dang work. Do sit downs. I don't know what to do a lesson on. You see how thick this thing is? You could go in chat GBT. You can go into history. You can even watch the news. You can see what Jake doing, what these other congregations is teaching. Anybody that's falling out. You got some brothers that might say, hey, I follow the apostles, but then they do a lesson and they give double honors to all the elders. I was doing that. Then how can I say I'm under cloth of great millstone just through the spirit and I'm not just giving double honors to the elder apostles for what they have done? Now, I'm watching only great millstone. I don't know what the other elders is doing, right? So in the same, how the Lord calls you, you got to do, it's no excuses. For what I just said, for brothers in jobs, your girl, your children, the one brother from LA, I think the head of the LA camp, um, I can remember the one brother's page, GMS Inspiration and Motivation, the head guy of that camp, he does trucking. That man still do videos. It's no excuses, man. Tired of this, man. And if you got one wife, brother said he got two wives, brothers got three wives. If you got four wives, hey, maybe on this side, hey, it's not beneficial. But if a brother can do it, you can maneuver with two, you can maneuver with three. Especially if you call to teach, you shouldn't be slacking at all. Because when you didn't have one, you was in there. When you had one, you was in there. Now you got two, you kind of in there. Now you got three, you barely in there. Hell no, that literally you got to think you taking leaps back. Them girls is taking you away from this truth. And some brothers, I can't just put it all on the women too. Because sometimes it be brothers, because I seen it. It be brothers giving up the work of Yahweh Bashim Shai for a woman. It's not that the woman is asking, the brother is giving it up for the woman. Like, you know what? Let me give her time. I'm enjoying her more than doing this truth. I'm sorry, man. This is the example in Matthew the 4th chapter. They gave no excuses, man. They gave no excuses to leave their job or leave their father to come serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right? Shalom to Shoshana. I believe that's a girl. Salaki, you know what I'm saying? But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Barakatah. Right? Um, but they left everything. They left their business, their job, and they left their father to go teach this word. Where you got to think where your mind at. Are you willing to go the distance? That goes into they made haste. They made haste. Oh, okay. So now we know. All right. One want to call you a girl and you a boy. All right. But again, they left everything to go follow Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's we have to make haste in this thing. It was times when I was coming to the truth and in HOI, left HOI, and I wasn't really watching breakdowns to get to sharpen myself. I would do lessons on definitions. Let me see if I got it in this Bible. I don't think I got it in this Bible. Yeah, this Bible don't got definitions. But you know that old Christian Bible, you go in the back of the book, it got definitions. I would do lessons off of definitions. And when I left HOI after the Romans 11 situation, and after I understood that they was teaching this and that wasn't making sense after really reading it, I'm like, oh hell no, I can't, no man, heck no. And then I started dissing myself that I'm not good enough. But I was already doing that before, and the Lord gave us that sprout when brothers start agreeing with like, nah, this is chapter going into this, and then me and my big brother Yarmayan, the head of the camp, he will always speak. I'll be like, you know what, these brothers got the truth. And the first video, all I kept seeing was them teaching, and I knew for myself, if I'm calling myself a Hebrew Israelite, I'm calling myself a teacher or a prophet, I must do the work. I must be diligent. I need to stop being lazy. I can't do a lesson on lazy and I'm being lazy. I can't talk about being a leader in your household and I'm not being a leader. I'm telling her, oh man, you not moving in this truth and I'm not moving in this truth. You a fucking, excuse my language, you a damn hypocrite, Gabar. You know? So you have to practice what you preach. So just off of knowing that I was slacking, I had to make haste to grow. I had to watch breakdowns. I had to study. And I'm still even doing it to this day because you have to get better with the craft, with your sword, because the sheep is hungry. They won't understand it. The brother Mashak, he put Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 51 and 30, work your work be time, be times, and in his time he will give you your reward. Come on, man. And what one of the rewards is the name. Another reward is this ministry. And yo, the Lord just keep giving out rewards. Just keep giving out rewards. Beautiful precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6 in the NLT, it says, remember this, a farmer who plants only a few seeds will get a small crop, but the one who plants generously will get a generous crop. Come on, man. Man, mark that, man. You know what? I'm gonna even do it with y'all, man. Mark that in the book. It might be marked in mine. I'm only marking G and T on mine. I'm gonna mark it G and T, bro. That you gotta mark that real quick, bro. Come on, man. You gotta be one who plant generously will get a generous crop because you reap what you sow, right? And that even goes with somebody being generous as a giver. Yarmayan is one of the best examples I know. You know, the things that he be doing, even when you see the state of certain people. But that goes in his truth. You gotta be generous when it comes to teaching, man. Sometimes, hey, you might have a day where you do 2 videos, and the next day you do 3, or the next day after that you might do 4. Or it might be one day where you did 10, and they were probably like straight to the point exhortations. You want to give generously. Hey, it might even be in your house when you're doing lessons in your household. Give generously. Don't be the one that only give a few seeds. Guess what? If you only giving a few, eventually you're gonna river. Not I said river. You're gonna wither away. Instead of uh, giving a few seeds, you're gonna give a couple. Then you're gonna give one, right? So now, dang, that really just got me super excited. Let's go to Psalms 27. The brother put Proverbs 6 and 6 in the NLT. It says, "Take take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones." Come on, that goes in Ezekiel 37. Lazy bones. Learn. The lazy bones is those that's really the bones that are dried up. They don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Learn from their ways and be wise, because ants always in motion. It says, even though they have no prince, governor, or ruler to make them work, they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter. Come on. And wait, come on, bro. You can't just drop that and think I'm not about to bring out a scripture. You not about to drop that and think I ain't gonna drop the scripture. Hold on, wait, where is it at? What did I need? What did I want? Is it Second Timothy? Yes, Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the word, be instant in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Right? So if you laboring hard all summer and gathering food for the winter, for us, we're different. We're humans, right? We're the children of the Lord. We should be in season and out of season. Season is summer, out of season is the winter. Then you got fall, then you got spring. It should be a daily repetition, a daily repeat. You know, when your mom keep playing the same damn song over, you you putting this in rotation constantly. Some might do it more than others, right? That was good, bro. That was the NLT. See, I always read that one in the KJV. That NLT. I might have to do a lesson on that real quick. I might have to do a 1, 2, 3 lesson on that. that was good in the NLT, right? This is Psalms 27 verse 1 and 3. It says Yahweh is my light, right, and my salvation. Really, through the Spirit, He's our wisdom, our knowledge, our understanding. Whom shall I fear? Yahweh is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Because Revelation 12 and 12, they're going to come with great wrath, and they got a short time. The Lord is our strength. Matthew 10 and 28, what I'm about to bring out in a minute. Why the heck are we fearing them? Fear what the Lord can do to us, right? It says, when the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me, because your foes can be those of your household or those of your kins. To eat of my flesh they stumble and fail. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war shall rise against me, in this will I be confident. When we look at Lot, you remember when he was in Sodom, and those damn LGBT diddlers was knocking at the door trying to lay with the angels. He holding the door because he's like, "Nah, man, no, don't have your way with them. I got 2 children, but they didn't. I got 2 daughters. They didn't want the daughters, so he was confident in the Lord. Them angels pulled Job from the door and put blindness on them. Job didn't. The reason why I said that Job had confidence in the Lord, because you don't see Job. I said Job. You don't see Lot moving away from the door. You don't see Joe Lot saying, "You know what? All right, come and do what you want," because there's a whole bunch of y'all. He had confidence in the Lord, right? So now let's go to Matthew 10 and 28. This is Matthew 10 and 28. Matthew 10 and 28, it says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right? Right? We want to fear that girl up there smoking. Salaki, y'all. I don't want no weed smell on me. I don't want that stuff in my car. Heck no. Over here, got it smelling like that, man. Man, you should be parked anywhere else. So again, we shouldn't fear what man can do to us. Literally, literally. That's like having true spiritual confidence in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Oh, Shalom, Yahweh Shai Bakatah. Beautiful, beautiful, right? Hey, 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 it's all Yahweh's will. You know, Yahweh Rakazah. For those that know, don't know, Yahweh Rakazah is saying the Lord willing, right? It's His will, right? But that's the goal. That is the goal. The same to any brother in here that's laboring and teaching His word. Continue, like the brother Yawasab said. You know, right now is the time to level up. You know, do more for yourself, for your household, for the elect, right? Sharpen yourself, studying, reading, teaching, marking your notebooks. You know, I got my notebook and I put some notes just for this. Some of these scriptures I didn't bring out, and I got other notebooks. You know, it's time to level up, right? Because you know we in this flesh. Your flesh do not like your spiritual increase. I'm telling you that right now. If your flesh can scream, I'm telling you they do not like you increasing for the Lord, right? But guess what? Fuck it. we gonna keep doing this, man. If the Lord allows it, you know, because we can't do nothing without Him. This is 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, right? He didn't give us a spirit of fear, fearing anybody outside of him, right? We supposed to truly fear Yahweh Shemashai. That's what fear is. Fear is to be terrified or reverence, having respect for Yahweh Shemashai. Are you terrified of the Lord? Like I've really been having to meditate on how the Lord had Moses split the Red Sea. Like I'm seeing chariots. I want to see these chariots zap somebody to dust. I want to see Yahweh Bashem Shai enter this world. I want to see Esau kingdom fall. I want to see Jacob, which is really the 2/3, get hit real bad. Get hit real bad. Everybody living it up. Everybody making excuses. Right? You got. I see women of the faith that say, "I don't want to date a man unless he got a rank." Oh, I'm glad I never came across you. I don't want you. In the world, brothers was ranked, brothers was popular, brothers was this. But when it comes to the truth, you still bringing that same mentality. You want somebody a rank? Guess what? Who's ranked? The elect. Is that man you dealing with? Is he making moves as the elect? Do you know if he the elect? Right? All you women that's thinking, all you women that's saying you want somebody, you want somebody of rank. Then watch when the income, he's not even of rank. He's not even the elect. He's not part of the 144,000, and he damn sure not even of the 130. He's not of the great multitude. He's of those that's gonna get a freaking nuke. Right? We gotta be humble, men and women. You women, you should really be. I mean, like Sirach 36:24 in a GNT. A woman could get any husband, and a man choose your wife carefully. But you got different verses, like in one in Sirach where it says, our daughter should be given to a man of understanding, and it should be a reflection of the father. So uh, women, you should be getting a man of wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Excuse my language. Fuck the rank, right? Because that rank brother might not even want you. You know, come humbled in this thing, humble in this thing, fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You should be fearing Him in each step that you do, and this is the thing that we should be teaching our children. You know, the fear I have in the Lord as what if I'm doing this work and I'm not even worthy, and He tell me I don't even know you. Matthew chapter 7. That's why every day I'm trying to work. Right? What is that? The brother Rashad, he posted this in a live one time. I'm gonna bring out this precept that he so kindly shared. I think it's First Peter's 1:10, or it's Second Peter's 1:10. I keep getting it. Yeah, I keep doing that. It's Second Peter's chapter 1 verse 10 in the NLT. It says, "So dear brothers and sisters, work hard to prove that you really are among those the Most High have called and chosen. Do these things, and you will never fall away. Make haste, man. Right? Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? Make haste to be of one of those that are called and chosen of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That position is promised. But do you know that if you are of that flock, every day you should be working. Like this is part of the work. Say if you don't, you're not doing a lesson. You're busy. Like when I'm at work, like the brother Yarmayan, like sometimes I can't trust somebody unless it's Yarmayan and somebody I really bang with at work to do my position. I won't do no lessons now. I used to do lessons at work. I don't do lessons at work. Mainly I do. I listen to lessons, breakdowns, and then after like we get close to clocking out, I put on my Bible app and I listen to chapters. But I listen to lessons. That's part of the work. Blessed is he that readeth, and those that hear the prophecies. So you hearing brothers teach, that's doing the work, you know. And guess what? Your flesh don't like it. That's another reason why they hear lessons. You know, I used to be the one I gotta watch camps. Well, I gotta see brothers dissing people at camp. That builds up my confidence more in this truth because I be looking at myself when they be doing that. But if I'm calling myself a teacher, I should just only. I'm an all around player, just like in basketball. I want to do everything. So um, when it comes to this faith, I should be putting that same energy, you know. So let me get this precept in the NLT too. This is Isaiah 30. I put down verse 15 to 16 in the NLT. It says, "This is what the sovereign Lord, the Holy One of Israel, says: Only in returning to me and resting in me will you be saved." Right? So only resting, because when you read the top of this verse, this is really dealing with Egypt, right? Dealing with this modern day Egypt, right? Um, it says, "In resting in me will you be saved." Us resting, Captain Tazariak, you waiting on the Lord, being occupied in your position of the Lord, right, is going to get you saved. In quietness and in confidence, I mean, in quietness and confidence is your strength, but you would have none of it, right? And that's the thing. We got to be confident in Yahweh Bashem Shai. Be confident in the name. How can I be confident, say I'm confident in the name, and when I'm teaching the y'all, I'm saying Jesus? Now, it's certain times where I might say who the world instantly calls Jesus, right? But most of the time, you see me and my brothers, starting with the apostles all the way down, they teach the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that helps us to know what spirit somebody coming in. Are they coming in a learning spirit? Wait, you just said Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Wait, what is that? Where do you get that? Now they putting us in the teaching mode. The Lord said, be prepared, study to give an answer. So now that you did that and I've been studying, I'm about to show you. That helps because those are sheeps are going to ask questions. Now you can have some false people that's going to ask just for contention, but usually real sheeps is asking questions so that they can learn. Salaki, verse 16, it says, "You said no, we will get our help from Egypt." Right. So again, they said that they didn't. Uh, we get if we turn back to the Lord, we get resting from Him, quietness and confidence. But you would have none of it. You said no, we will get our help from Egypt. Right. When you go into this, Jake rather hide in the shadow of Egypt instead of the shadow of Hamashiach Yahushai. Just like Peter, when they got healed in the shadow of Peter, we want to be in the shadow of Yahweh Yahushai. It says they will give us swift horses for riding into battle, but the only swiftness you are going to see is the swiftness of your enemies chasing you. Revelations 12 and 12. A lot of you, Jake, that think that they love you, when this wrath comes, that MOTB is your destruction. They did this to show that they got you wrapped in a finger, you know? Like, excuse my language for the sisters that's in here and any brother that get offense. But you're basically gonna be their bitch. You take that charagma, if even if you love this world, you're friends of the world, you are the ruler's bitch, man. Literally, man. My children, no. My household, no. It's not happening, man. But I can't make them. I have to constantly teach this word. Gotta constantly feed, constantly plant. The brother dropped Baruch chapter 4, verse 28 to 30. It says, in the G&T, it says, "Just as you were once determined to turn away from the Most High," right? You were determined to turn away from the Most High. Now turn back and serve Him with 10 times more determination. Wait, hold on, brother. I'm gonna get it for you. I'm gonna get it for you. Yo, bro, it's crazy. You bringing out verses I'm always going to, but I read that in the KJV. I think I'm gonna have to do a lesson to this. Oh man, this is hitting. This is Baruch, the fourth chapter by the brother Mashak, and that's a brother in the UK. Brother in the UK, man. Verse 28. It reads. It says, "Just as you were once determined to turn away from the Most High, now turn back and serve Him 10 times more determination." So, in order to come in this thing, you got to be determined. Do you really want it? Do you really want it? Oh yeah, I got you. I can see. Right? Do you really want it? Do you really want it? Right? You gotta be in determination. You know, like you got some. I'm determined not to fail. I'm determined to win. You're determined to do your best. When you would like in the KJV, you know, it was your mind to go astray. Now that you return, seek me 10 times more. That just said, seek him 10 times more with determination. Oh man, seek him 10 times more with determination. That goes back to Acts the 17th chapter, verse 10 and 11. They had a readiness of mind. They searched the scriptures daily to see if it was so, with determination, with determination, with determination, with determination. Right? We can't learn this with Steve Harvey. We can't learn this with Dr. Phil. Right? How about Shimei Shai is undefeated? He gonna have his way. He gonna have his way regardless. Any way you put it, any side. This is Proverbs 3, verse 25 to 26. It says, "Be not afraid of sudden fear, right? Neither of the distillation of the wicked when it cometh. For Yahweh shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken." Right? Don't even say the gospel. Don't worry on what to say, because the Lord is going to prepare you for what to say. Really, it's going to be the Rakakwadash. Sometimes we do lessons, like I got precepts on here. There's other precepts that I didn't even have written. I didn't even have it in my mind. But now they're just the scriptures is falling off the pages, right? Because the Spirit of the Lord gives you understanding, right? That was beautiful right there, right? We don't want to be hit with sudden fear, because yes, we are in the flesh, man. You are in the flesh. We do trip, we do fall. You get on the roller coaster. It doesn't matter how high that thing go, how strong you is, how tall you is. Your heart do get a drop. That's the human nature. Your heart is gonna drop. You know, we do have to. Oh man, I don't think I want to get on this. And then now you can't get out because now that strap is locked in. Oh, I want to get out. I remember when I was younger, I'd be like, man, I want to get out. They're like, no, it's already locked in. So I had to stay on that ride. Looking up at that hill, like, dude. And then just hearing that this big dude got on the damn ride and he fell out the ride. Oh man, dang man. You know, we know Esau gonna come with these devices. We know he got nukes, he got technology. We know that he beat us. We all these things, man. He was whooping Kuta Ten, I say Kuta Tente, Kuta Kente to change his name, and so many more Israelites, and they were staying bold. No, uh, my, uh, my name is Kuta Kente. It's not Toby. And then knowing that he about to get beat again, then get beat again. Yahweh Shai. This man could have just said, you know what, I'm not the son of man. But this man got beat. Like I told Yaramayan, I really want to see the visual, not to grow in faith because I believe it happened. I know the Lord can check my heart to see if I believe. I believe that really happened. If I'm getting butt whoopings when I was a child, I got abused and skin was ripped open. I know Yahweh Shai had to get way worse, especially how Rome was. I want to have a visual because seeing Passion of Christ, you're just seeing a white man. When I try to imagine Yahweh Shai getting beat as a black man, I can't see it. I can't even put a face on it. I just know he a dark man and I believe he is. But to see the face, see Yahweh Shai face to face, like you see me on the camera and he getting beat. See him face to face when people deny him. Face to face when Judas is dipping that bread in that gravy or whatever and eating it, and he say somebody gonna betray me. One of y'all gonna betray me, and looking around. I want to see that, man, because this was a man that really left the heavens, the right hand side of the Father. He left His glory for us, and so many of our people was denying it. I want to see it, man. I want to visualize that. I even want to fully visualize a Levite Moses with brown skin that came down from Mount Sinai, and Jake over here burning the damn calf. because we couldn't wait 40 days, 40 nights. That's Jake now. We are impatient for the Lord return. Oh, I'm gonna believe in the Lord if I see a sign. You niggas is looking. You niggas can know the signs of the weather, but you can't look at the signs of the time. But you just want to hurry up. Let me see a sign, Lord. Show me this. I don't want to be them. I don't want to be them at all, man. So the Lord is allowing me to see ignorant Jake. The Lord is allowing me to see the mind of Esau. The Lord is allowing me to see what the least is actually trying to push. Right? Don't get loose. Try to remove that fear. Even though we still human, you want to gain that spiritual power to overcome what's about to come. Right? Let's go to Psalms 94, verse 22. This is Psalms chapter 94, verse 22. But Yahweh is my defense and my power in the rock of my refuge. Right? Yahweh by Shema Shai is our defense. Nothing can get, nothing is going to stop us if Yahweh by Shema Shai is for us. Right? Let me get this one. Sirach 4:28. Another one of my favorite verses. My go-to for my motivation. My motivation. Sirach 4:28. It says, strive for the truth until death, and Yahweh shall fight for thee. He's your defense. He's gonna fight for us, man. So fight for the truth until death. This is a life and death experience. This is a life and death matter. If you value your life, take hold to what you have, and that's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right, let's go back to Psalms again. Psalms 91, and let's read 5 and 6. It says, thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, those missiles, nor of the arrows that fly by day. Those missiles, man, those nukes, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Right? I'm not fearing those things because now I have the answer. Isaiah 54:16. The Lord created the smith, right? The science engineers out of teaming, and the waster, which is the ICBM missiles. I'm afraid if I'm the 2/3, but I'm not afraid of it because I know Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shai made it. I know that that's Yahweh's greatest end. Like the salvation, if this salvation is going to be so strange. Esau, if you watching this, you can't stop what's going to happen. It's inevitable. Jake that's watching that don't care for this. You can't stop what's coming. You can not care all you want. You can mock, you can scoff, you can make slick remarks. You can say, "Oh, that those brothers wearing blankets and their garments, they're wearing blankets." You can say all you want. I hope you get it the worst. Keep talking, man. I hope you get it the worst. Let's get this last one, and then we'll close. Right? This is Luke 21 and 19. Luke chapter 21, verse 19. Ooh, let me start at verse. I start at verse 12. It says, but, but before all these things, they shall lay their hands on you, right? They're going to come with great wrath and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues, the chief house, and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake, right? In the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, this is why this is gonna happen to you. This is why you want to know the name of the Lord. And for those that's teaching, you want to teach it so that the sheep can be prepared. Stop giving them two different names. Stop giving them four. Just give them the one true name. So that when that time comes, if it come to them, they go, oh Jesus, oh Yeshua, yeah, no, you want to be sure. It says, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. Right? Settle it therefore in your hearts, in your mind, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom. The Lord has given us the mouth to speak in the wisdom, right, of his divine word to what to say, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. We getting in that time. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents, brethren, kinfolks, and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. Right? Mark this, men and women. Your parents most likely not having your back. Your brethren, your kinsfolks, your friends. And then I even look, like when my dad told me that they were gonna be moving out of town, if they don't cleave to this truth, I think that they're gonna be one of my foes, right? And they probably can still do it out of town, but for them being way far out of town, they just gonna get hit either if they was even listening to anything I said, like, oh man, yo, our son was telling me he was telling the truth or something. But say if they're not, say if they was still here, and somebody come in, hey, do you have anybody that claimed to be a Hebrew Israelite? However they gonna do it, your parents, your brethren, your kinfolks, your friends. A true friend, your true friend ain't saying nothing. But who's to say your friend is your friend? Because a real friend is gonna come in this walk with you. Now, some of us get things mis we have misunderstanding, thinking our friends, our best friends, our friends that we call cousins or sisters, we think they got our true interest, right? But when all hell break loose, you have to put it in perspective. What if they don't, right? Because a real friend is following along when you do righteousness. You know, like when you say, "Man, when we were doing, we were crazy. We was doing wickedness. We was smoking weed. We was doing all of that." So they follow you in wickedness, but now when you're in righteousness, they not following you. Some people, they I'm gonna do it when I'm here. They're making excuses. You gotta always be circumspect. Credit a friend. I mean, don't credit a friend before you approve them. You gotta approve a friend before you credit. Right? You could be with a friend for 10 years. Now you get in this truth. They not coming in the truth. Now you got to get back to the drawing board. That's still your friend, but now you got to approve them because they not coming in this truth. They see you happy in the marriage. They see you got better. You sacrifice certain things. They not hopping on this wave. Always be circumspect, right? It says, "Ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not a hair on your head perish." And it's a lot. We talk about every strain of hair is counting. In your patience, possess ye your souls, right? Basically, in your patience is basically standing firm. So, standing firm, possess ye your souls. You're supposed to do that every day. Possess your soul every day. Lord willing, this is edifying and straight to the point. Lord willing, you get it that they're coming with great wrath, but we should be making haste. You should be moving in haste and decisions, actions, and in the spirit. Decisions, actions, and in the spirit. The three amigos. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Akapadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bashim, Mashai, for this edifying lesson, for me to be edifying the other sheep, Lord willing, that they take this. Double honor to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. Mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect in the same Spirit, teach His word and believe in His word. Shalom to the hopeful elect lady that are believers of His word. Lord willing, you continue to pursue your lot, being a loving and silent and virtuous wife, and that you all continue to endure this thing in the same spirit and in sound doctrine. Lord willing, the most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that is not in the faith. With that, Shalom, Shalom, above, above.